Hey everybody. So how do you get your congregants, your students, your friends, your community members to find you online, to find your Zoom, to find your YouTube? That's what we're going to talk about today. Welcome back to Torah Tech Tips. My name is David Paskin, your Torah Tech guy, and I'm here to share with you some great tech for your great Torah. So today I wanted to talk about how we help our people find us online, especially when it comes to Zoom links. It can be really confusing to send out a long Zoom link, and especially if you're not using a persistent Zoom link, one that stays the same for every meeting, it can be really confusing if you have those long Zoom links. And the last thing you want to do is just post those on your website with the passcode, built right in there. So I want to share with you 4 different really interesting and neat ways that you can share links out to your congregants, to your community, that will make it easier for them to find you and easier for you to share with them. So let's jump right into it. All right, so over here on my computer, I've got a couple examples I just wanted to show you. So this is my Zoom. These are my Zoom settings here. And you can see that I've got this long Zoom link here. Now, I do not embed the passcode, my passcode, into my Zoom link. And that's because I don't use a passcode, because I just send everyone into the waiting room. So there's really no need for a passcode and the waiting room. One of those is enough. I can make sure that only the people that I want to, that I know, come into my Zoom meeting. But even this US02 web.zoom.us/J/3, right? It's a long, long link. How about on YouTube? So on YouTube, you've got this long, I don't think I can zoom into this, can I? No, I can't. But you've got this long youtube.com/channel/ and then this long gobbledygook of letters for your YouTube channel. So how can we make these links more manageable? First way to do that. This is the one that most people know about. It's called Bitly. bit.ly. If you go to Bitly and you take a long URL, let me take this guy here. I'll take my YouTube URL. Go to Bitly and you click on create. You want to create a long URL. You want to create a short URL. So I'm just going to paste that in there. And then I click create. Now what it's going to do is it's going to create a small one for me right here. But I can customize that. So I could say my Torah Tech videos. I don't know. Click create, and now it's been created. So now if I type in to any browser bit.ly/my Torah Tech videos, it's going to bring you right to my YouTube page. So this is a really easy way, free, simple, to create short, customized links using Bitly, bit.ly. So, maybe it's bit.ly/ the name of your synagogue, takes you to your website, or, well, your website probably has its own address. We'll talk about that later. But maybe bit.ly/ Temple Videos takes people to your YouTube page or something like that. You could do the same thing with Zoom. So I could go back in here to Bitly, and I could do, let's do another one. Let's create, I got to grab my Zoom URL here, so I'm going to grab that from there. I'll put it back into Bitly. So there's my Zoom URL now. And now I'm going to go down here at the bottom. I'm going to click that. It's given me my short URL. Now I'm going to say my synagogue Zoom. And let's see if that one's available. Yep, my synagogue Zoom. So now if I go to bit.ly/my synagogue Zoom, it's going to take me right to my Zoom page. I don't have to worry about that long Zoom message anymore, that long Zoom link anymore. So, hi Ellie. So bit.ly, easiest way to do it. Here's another way to do it. Using something called Linktree. That's linktr.ee, Linktree. And if you sign up for Linktree, you can actually create sort of your own website, your mini website that can have a whole bunch of different links on it. So this is one that I set up for my preschool. It's got our website at the top, our handbook, our return to campus guide. This is our the Zoom room that we use, our YouTube page. I set all of these up here, and then they just show up over here as buttons. And then all you need to do, let me lower this down. You can see all the different pages there. All you need to do then is share with them the unique link that is created from Linktree. So ours is Linktree/Gon Sinai. So let me go ahead and put that in here. I'll do linktr.ee/Gon Sinai. And here are all of our website. And you can customize this however you want. It looks really, really nice on mobile. But then if you were to click on any of these, it'll take you right to that page. So a really nice service if you have multiple links that you want to share out. Linktr.ee. Okay, so Bitly and Linktree. The last two ways that I want to show you are the ways that I have actually started doing it. And the first is by URL redirect manager. Now, I build all of my websites on Wix. Other people use different platforms. Whatever platform you use, there's going to be a way to do this. In Wix, when you jump into the dashboard for your website, and then you click on under marketing and SEO tools, you get this URL redirect manager right over here. So if I click on that, it's going to take me in and it's going to allow me to grab, again, a long URL and create a subdomain, as it were, from my own website. So I'm right now in my Torah Tech Guy website and my Torah Tech Guy redirect manager. So I'm going to, let's see what I've got here. That's a good one. Let's see. Zoom. All right, well, here's my Zoom one. So let me click on this. So what it gives me is what's the old URL you're redirecting traffic from, and then the new URL that you want people to find. So what I did is I created /Zoom. And then I put in for the new URL the full Zoom address. So now when people go to torahtechguy.com/Zoom, it takes them right to my Zoom room. You could do that for YouTube, torahtechguy.com/YouTube, or mytemple.com/ anything you want, Facebook. And you can then set up a redirect so that it will, by going to that URL, the one that you build, just the / and then whatever the word is or words that you put at the end, it will take them to whatever page you want them to go to. So I do this a lot. I have a lot of subdomains. I've got, for apps that I use, if I have affiliate links, if you use the Shoot app, which I talked about a couple weeks ago, torahtechguy.com/shoot to make an appointment, torahtechguy.com/schmooze, and these all link to outside websites. This one goes to my booking page. What else? Join or go live goes to my interview link on Ecamm. This is a really, really nice way to not only give people short links, but also to keep your branding, right? To keep your temple or your school or whatever, the branding for your organization is in all of the links that you share out. So if you want to make sure that all of your folks know how to get to your Zoom, then you do, temple whatever, .org/Zoom, and people know exactly how to get there. If you're going to do that, make sure that you either have a passcode set up that people know to enter, or probably the better option is to make sure you have the waiting room enabled, and for every Zoom that you have someone checking that waiting room. All right, let's go to the last option. We talked about Bitly, Linktree, subdomains through redirects on wherever you host your website. The last option is just to purchase a domain name. And I'm a bit obsessive about domain names. These are all my domain names that I own. But I'll just show you a couple. For example, so this is torahtechguy.tv. I bought, I think it's, $35? torahtechguy.tv, and I forward it to my YouTube channel. So if I just go over here and I type in TorahTechGuy.tv, it's going to bring me right to my YouTube channel. You could do the same thing for your YouTube channel. I'm going to show you a trick, by the way, about your YouTube channel in just a second. You could buy, I don't know, let's try and find one. Let's see if my synagogue's Zoom.com. Let's see if that's available. I'm using, by the way, I use Hover. Oh, it's available. Someone can get it right now. MySynagogueZoom.com is available for $14 a year, and it's on sale. There you go. So I use Hover.com, HOVER.com to purchase the names as my domain name registrar for all of my websites. Hover.com if you're looking. But buying yourself a URL, maybe you own, I don't know, templebethdavid.org. Maybe look for templebethdavid.tv or templebethdavid.net or, whatever, however you can keep your branding and make the linking to your Zoom, to your YouTube, to your Facebook, to wherever it is simpler. That's the way to go. All right. I want to share with you one last thing, and this is about linking to your YouTube page. So if you go live on YouTube often, sending people the link for every live that you do is painstaking. It really is. And it's just a pain. So you can set up your YouTube page so that when you just send them to your YouTube page, they automatically see whatever is live or whatever's coming up live right at the top. So if you go to your YouTube page and you just click on Customize Channel, it'll bring you into the YouTube Creator Studio. And then you can create all of these featured sections. You can decide what featured sections you want to have. So I have as my very first featured section, what is live right now? I want the live that's happening right now right at the top. And if you look at my page, you can see that since I'm live right now, it's the very top thing on the page. It says live right now. Underneath that, I have my upcoming live streams so people can find them very easily. And then I put my playlists under that. So this is a really important piece of the puzzle if you are sending people to watch your live streams on your YouTube page, to make sure to set up your YouTube page, your YouTube homepage, so that your lives are right up there at the top. You can also create a trailer, by the way, for people who haven't subscribed, which is kind of neat. If people go to your website for the very first time, let's see if it'll come up for me. I'm not sure if it will because I'm subscribed after all. Yeah, it's not coming up for me. But if I were to go into a new private window and I go to TorahTechGuy.tv, it's probably going to start auto-playing, so I apologize for that. Oh, I guess when you're live, I guess it doesn't play. That's interesting. So when you have something live going on, you don't get that preview video, the trailer video. But when you're not live, there's a trailer video here that says, "Hi, I'm David." So in any case, we talked about Bitly. We talked about, let me get back to those pages. We talked about Bitly. We talked about Linktree. Talked about redirecting URLs from your own website. So putting a slash at the end and then Zoom or YouTube or whatever. We talked about purchasing your own domain names like mytemple.tv. And then we talked about how to optimize your YouTube page so that people can find you whenever you're live. Easy peasy. These are really, really simple tools that can help people find you and participate and be a part of whatever you're offering in really in just simple fashion. It's just so easy, and it's an easy and cheap thing that we can do to help grow engagement. I have a lot of other tools and ideas and thoughts for you. Just head on over to TorahTechGuy.com and visit me over there. And hey, you can go to TorahTechGuy.tv to watch all the videos that I have for this and other tools. I've been thinking about what I want to do next. I think next week I'm actually going to do something about how to get Zoom, how to stream from Zoom into YouTube and Facebook. I think that's what we'll do. And more importantly, how to schedule streams from Zoom to YouTube. So I think that's what we'll talk about next time. But that's what I got for you, my friends. Go ahead. Get those redirects, get those Bitlys, get those link trees, get those URLs, and start sharing them around. Let's get more and more people to learn your Torah. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.